know, there is talk of opening Cincinnati's first strip club in decades. Fox 19 Now's Brett Hoffland joins us live downtown. And Brett, there has been some chatter throughout City Hall about this, right?
That's right, Scott. A man met with a few members of council to discuss the idea and any zoning changes. Now, there's no strip clubs in Cincinnati, and there hasn't been for years, but yes, they are allowed. There's just 19 pages of strict rules that each establishment has to abide by. Fox 19 Now spoke with a local business owner involved in this idea, who doesn't want to be identified just yet. He indicates there's interest for a strip club on Kellogg Avenue. He says the city needs a strip club, especially ahead of major events like the MLB All-Star Game on the horizon.
We have a lot of priorities in this community, and pretty low on my list is bringing a strip club to our community.
Mark Murray owns Murray's Tavern along Kellogg, and he welcomes the idea.
It's good. And any kind of business, as long as we can also do the same thing. If all parties have the same advantage, that's great.
But why aren't there any strip clubs in Cincinnati now? Many say it's because the zoning laws and other ordinances make it challenging. Title 8, Chapter 899 of the Cincinnati Business Regulations cite no strip club can be open on Sundays or holidays. If there's nudity, no alcohol is allowed, and all clubs must have a sign letting patrons know they must be 3 feet away from dancers and not touch them.
It's a big waste of money. I don't go anymore. I'm sure there are a lot of guys around here that would love it, though. If they've got a good business plan and they've got, hot chicks, guys will come.
If this business owner elects to apply for a zone change, Vice Mayor Mann says there's a few hurdles before anything is approved or denied.
There will be a public hearing before my committee, the Neighborhoods Committee. It'll be preceded by a public hearing before the Planning Commission. And each of those we try to deal with the merits, whether a zone change is justified.
The business owner says he'll welcome any new development to Kellogg.
A successful entrepreneur could go in there and probably make some money.
Now, anyone interested in opening a strip club must also apply for a sexually oriented business license. Vice Mayor Mann says this whole process could take several months. Reporting live downtown, Brett Hoffland, Fox 19 Now. Cornell bought 2 AR-15s and 600 rounds of ammo at this gun shop. Now, court documents outlined that this was his final step in his plan before he was headed to Washington, but FBI agents were waiting for him right outside of these doors. John Dean says it was an ordinary morning, opening up at 10, checking inventory, all until an FBI official stopped by the store.
Who said that someone would be coming by to purchase 2 guns, and they want us to go ahead and handle the sale for them.
Dean says the FBI first put this on their radar about a week ago. But at about 10:30 this morning, with a few other customers in the store, Chris Cornell walked into the shop, and Dean was the one to show him around.
A little shy, but talkative. Certainly nothing that would indicate that he was involved in something of this magnitude.
Cornell used cash to purchase the nearly $2,000 worth of guns and ammo he specifically asked for, similar to what you see here. Moments later, FBI agents tackled the 20-year-old outside the store and took him into custody. Dean says the entire time they were never filled in on the exact specifics of this case. He learned about the magnitude of the situation on the news.
There are all kinds of situations that the police might be involved in a situation in terms of gun sales and that sort of thing. And so this didn't necessarily seem like it was such a big thing until after the fact.
To think that this comes to our city, that's not only concerning, that's scary.
Tom Willingham is the president of Point Blank and says he's proud of his staff, but adds they were just a backdrop in this whole case.
We just happened to be a store that was chosen. The FBI are really the heroes here. They're the ones that orchestrated everything.
Now, Dean tells me that the guns and ammo that Cornell bought were seized by the FBI as part of their investigation. Dean also tells me that he's just happy that everyone here is safe. Reporting live tonight, Brett Hoffland, Fox 19 Now.
The uncertainty of what the weather could hold for Sunday is causing a bit of a jam at a number of businesses across the tri-state. Fox 19 Now's Brett Hoffland live in Newport tonight. Brett, grocery stores seem to be the hot spots tonight, right?
That's right, Amy. These parking lots behind me were absolutely packed earlier this afternoon and into the evening. Right now, not so much. And it was mainly because it was looking like we were going to have a possible storm. But there's another major event this Sunday that is adding to a busy weekend.
Our delivery business, when it rains or snows, goes crazy. It goes wild. So on Sunday night, we're anticipating, having a lot of drivers out on the roads, so you guys don't have to be.
Mio's Pizzeria owner Sean Spurlock says they could see double the amount of business on Sunday between a mix of iffy weather and the Super Bowl. That's not surprising because one company estimates Americans will order 12.5 million pies for the biggest sporting event of the year.
It's definitely a huge spike in business.
The weather and the game is also adding urgency for many to get errands done.
Of course we're going to see an increase because people are having parties and stuff like that.
Would you like your milk in a bag?
And not only are the two teams fine-tuning their game plan, but so is Carrie Keene and her staff at the Newport Remke.
We have everybody in the entire store flex trained to do every department in the store so that if there is, a call out or whatever, we can handle it.
Keene says they see about a third of an increase in business over a busy weekend like this. And she says many shoppers aren't waiting around.
You have the people who want to get ahead of the people who are going to be in tomorrow, so we call that like the pre-pre.
And no matter how dicey the roads are on Sunday, Spurlock says that won't slow them down.
Delivery and carry out are just hectic and crazy, so we have to bring in a lot of extra drivers. We have extra people manning the phones.
Now, regardless of the snow, it's looking like the biggest concern is going to be black ice. So if you are heading out, just be careful. Jeff, of course, will have much more coming up in weather. Reporting live in Newport, Brett Hoffland, Fox 19 Now.
Fox 19 Now's Brett Hoffland live in Covington. Brett, it appears the latest plans involve tolls, right?
That's right, Tricia. It looks like there's some sort of compromise. Sources close to the situation tell me there will be tolls, but for the locals, it'll be a cheaper rate. Now take a look at the Brent Spence Bridge at this 10 o'clock hour. Thousands of cars cross the bridge every single day, but it appears there's still plenty of disagreement on what to do with this aging bridge.
Now's the time for action. We have to do this now.
Kentucky Governor Steve Beshear says it's costing taxpayers $7 million every month lawmakers don't take action to replace this bridge, now more than 50 years old and said to be functionally obsolete. Matt Davis with the Build Our Bridge Now coalition says without any federal money to foot the estimated $2.6 billion project, tolls are a viable option.
Several different departments of transportation have looked at this from every angle and every side, and they've said this is the way to go.
Sources tell Fox 19 Now this plan indicates locals would pay $1 to cross the bridge with a transponder, while others would pay double that.
If you look just down the river to Louisville, they're offering a discount to local commuters as well. So these are all things that we thought would be part of the mix.
The question of discounting and even tolls is sort of moot.
Joe Meyer with Northern Kentucky United believes tolls will only hurt communities south of the river and take away as much as $500 million a year from the economy. Meyer says a recent poll shows that more than 60% of residents in Northern Kentucky don't support tolls. And Meyer hopes Beshear stands by his words.
In 2008, Governor Beshear said that there would have to be a local recommendation and approval before any particular financing mechanism is agreed upon.
Another aspect of the plan would split the bill between the two states and lower the overall cost.
It's very encouraging to see two governors come together in a bipartisan way, show collaborative leadership to move this project forward.
Going on straight construction cost, Ohio should be paying about 1.3, 1.4 billion, and the Kentucky side should be paying approximately 950 million.
Governor Beshear will be out of office at the end of the year because of a term limit, which experts believe could make tomorrow's announcement even more crucial to make sure leaders in both states see eye to eye.
The end of this story hasn't been written yet.
Now, Governor Kasich and Governor Beshear haven't met publicly about this project in just more than 2 years, but we should know plenty more details at tomorrow's press conference that starts at 1:15. If you want to check that out, we'll have that on our website streaming at fox19now.com. Reporting live in Covington, Brett Hoffland, Fox 19 Now.